Good evening. It is the 28th of May, the year 2020. I hope you're doing fine on this Thursday evening. Welcome to the broadcast tonight. This is Mwangaza Prime News, and thank you so much for choosing us to inform you tonight. Now on to our first story today. Kenya has confirmed 147 new COVID-19 cases and 3 more deaths, raising the total tally of infections to 1,618 and the total death toll to 58. The Health Cabinet Secretary Mutahi Kagwe said in a briefing that 13 coronavirus patients left the hospitals in the past 24 hours, taking the number of recoveries in the country to 421, and all the infected patients who tested positive are Kenyans, and the youngest one is a 1-year-old boy.
The more we test, the higher the number of positive cases that we are likely to get. Today, 147 people have tested positive out of 2,831 samples now tested. This means that Kenya now has 1,618 people who have now tested positive. The cumulative test conducted so far is 70,172. And in terms of age distribution, the youngest is a 1-year-old infant, while the oldest is 87. These cases are spread across the country: 90 in Nairobi, 41 in Mombasa, Kiambu has another 3, and so on and so forth. We have also got now counties that have got cases that didn't have before. Nyeri has joined with 2, Uasin Gishu has 2, while Kajiado, Kilifi, Embu, Homa Bay, Murang'a, and Machakos all have at least 1 each. The distribution in Nairobi is as follows: Kebra, 35 persons; Langata, 15, and that's near Kibera as well. Makadara has 9, Westlands has 8, Embakasi Central has 6, Embakasi West has 5, Kamukunji has 2, Mathare an additional 1. You recall that yesterday we had 33 from Mathare. The reason why there is 1 is because we have contact traced and gotten all those people. And these people that we are mentioning here are sourced from different places. Some of them are in our quarantine facilities. Some of them are people who our team, the contact testing cases, who place themselves in the various streets and are carrying out tests, are picking from. And the normal way of doing this is that as soon as we know that somebody is positive, they are telephoned immediately, they are told to self-isolate, and then our Ministry of Health officials and the county health officials then go and pick them up in ambulances and take them to isolation facilities. I would also like to urge that there should be no stigmatization of individuals who have tested positive. I have said and I repeat, there is not a single person who is safe from getting or becoming COVID positive. Anybody can get it. You can get it, I can get it. And we have said this over and over again. And that's why we emphasize that when somebody is positive, what they need from us is care, empathy. This is what we should be concerned with. And when they turn negative, then we'll welcome them and be happy and pray and thank God that that is what has happened. So out of the 147 cases that I mentioned, all of them are actually Kenyans. We don't have any foreigners out of them. 87 of them are men, while 60 of them are women. Men continue to get to positive cases in much larger numbers than women. But even with rising numbers,
The multi-agency security team has managed to calm down ethnic clashes that has been witnessed in Narok South for the last 3 days. According to Narok South Deputy County Commissioner Felix Kisalu, 2 people have been arrested for shouting and screaming as they spread panic. Kisalu noted that the General Service Unit personnel has managed to restore peace in the region, adding that anyone who would be found screaming will be arrested. So far, the conflict has resulted to 8 people losing their lives, 15 injured, and several houses burnt down.
Lakini our multi-agency team asubuhi ya leo imeweza kuamkia area hiyo, na by now tumeshika watu wawili ambao walikuwa wanapiga nduru na kuweza kulete hali ya taharuki usiku. Sababu kwa wakati huu shida kubwa tulio nayo ni upigaji wa nduru kiolelaolela, ambaye mtu anaamka anapiga nduru hata bila sababu, na hiyo nduru inaenda vijiji mingi. Kama jana kutoka kwa hii kijiji, hawa watu wawili waliweza kuanzisha hiyo nduru kule na Ndoroboni, na hiyo nduru ikaenda ikaspread mpaka Torokiat, Triangle, Olmekenyu, Sogo mpaka huko Sagamian, na kuanza kuleta taharuki kati ya jamii hizi mbili. Kwa hivyo ningependa kutoa tahadhari, ile kijiji ambayo tutasikia nduru, mzee wa mitaa wa hiyo kijiji, wazee wa hiyo kijiji na wanakijiji wote wataweza kutueleza ni kwa sababu gani wanapiga nduru. Katika area hiyo pia tumeweza kudeploy maafisa wa GSU na RDU na maafisa wetu wa polisi na SIPU na multi-agency team ambaye saa hii wanafanya operation kali katika hizo vijiji, tuhakikishe kwamba utulivu umerudi katika Narok South, sababu hatutakubali mtu yoyote kukuja kuharibu ile amani ambayo tumedumisha muda mrefu.
A suspected gang of 6 robbers are reported to have attacked 3 watchmen with machetes, axes and blunt objects when they were cornered trying to rob shops at Ikanga Trading Center, hardly 100 meters from Ikanga Police Post in Kitui South. Residents say the slain men sustained multiple fatal injuries ranging from pangas cuts to broken limbs. They, however, accused the area police of insolence, saying they were slow to respond even after they were alerted about the incident.
Na tutalala hadi cha kwamba tupate watu wote ambao walikuwa wamehusika kwa kisa kama hicho. Hapa sasa imekuwa highway, na mambo ya highway mjuavyo ni kwamba kuna mambo mengi ya usalama ambao inafanyika. Hii soko itakuwa inadhibitiwa usalama kila siku. Tutakuwa na patrols, askari kila siku. The watchmen watakuwa na shirikiana na polisi wetu kulinda usalama usiku kucha, ili nayo tusipeane nafasi ya wale ambao wanataka kuiba mali ya watu waendelee. Hivyo ningependa kuhakikishia wananchi ya sehemu hii ya kwamba wasiwe na hofu. Tumedhibiti hali na waendelee kufanya biashara yao bila wasiwasi wowote.
Kumekuwa na malalamishi ya wizi ya hapa na pale, manduka inafunjwa, mabati inakatwa, watu wanaibiwa manyumbani, mbuzi zinaibiwa nyumbani, na hakuna chochote wenye wanahusika na security hapa Ikanga wamefanya. Kile tumeona wanafanya ni kuzunguka huko wakichukua pesa kwa wananchi. Hiyo ndio kazi wameacha wakifanya. Lakini ile kazi ya security ya kulinda mwananchi wa Ikanga na mali ya soko hii hakuna chochote wanafanya. Kwa hivyo mimi naomba kama hii ripoti inazafikia hata Matiang'i aweze kubandilisha hii security ya hapa Ikanga.
3 people have died, 8 others sustaining serious injuries after a horrifying road accident a few meters from Makutano town along Nairobi-Mombasa highway. According to Machakos County Government Emergency Service Director David Mwangaza, a 14-seater matatu lost control, colliding head-on with an oncoming bus. The emergency team responded and evacuated the survivors and rushed them to Machakos Level 5 referral facility where they are receiving treatment.
Nilisikia kelele kwa barabara, tukakimbia tukapata Nissan. nikapata ni ile channel executive Nissan kakagona na Rwaken hizi basi za Konza planes. Watu watatu wakakufa hapo kwa hapo, wengine wakaumia kama 6 hivi na walipelekwa hospitali. Imetokea saa 12 hivi.
Basi ilikuwa inatoka wapi? Kienda wapi na Nissan ilikuwa inatoka?
Nissan ilikuwa inatoka Mombasa ikipanda Nairobi pamoja na hizi matatu za Rwaken. Silikuwa zinatoka kwa kampuni ile iko pale Konza City.
Nissan ilikuwa inatoka pande ya Mombasa. Hiyo ikakuwa na yotani. Ikangoga hiyo matatu ikarusha juu. Ikaanguka pande ya barabara. Watu watatu wamekufa na wengine wanapelekwa hospitali.
Sembo hizi vidole ni rasmi.
The judiciary has been urged to prescribe maximum sentences to criminals convicted for capital offences like defilement and murder. Embu County Commissioner Abdullahi Galgalo said this will serve as a deterrent measure for people likely to commit similar crimes in the society. At the same time, he regretted that a young soul was lost a few weeks ago after a family disagreed over 1,000 shillings where a parent killed his son. The county commissioner appealed to residents of Embu to seek dialogue before taking law into their hands.
Na ningelipenda kutoa kwa mwito kwa makoti zetu wao wakitoa hukumu ambayo inastahili ili kuhakikisha kuwa wengine wasifanye ujinga kama huo. Yule mama hakuwa abducted, ama hata kama akiwa abducted ni yule ambayo unasema kuwa mwenzako amekuita ambaye mnajuana, unaenda na yeye halafu mambo yanabadilika. Kama mnavyojua huyu mama anafanya kazi na Wizara ya Ardhi na mnajua mambo ya how sensitive mambo ya ardhi iko. So kulingana na sisi uchunguzi bado inaendelea, lakini nini tunaita a deal that has gone sour. Kwa sababu mama alitoka kwa ofisi. Kwa mfano nikitoka kwa ofisi hapa nikiwa abducted, kila mmoja atajua kwa nini nimekuwa abducted, kwa sababu kuna kupiga nduru, kuna wale wenzako ambao wanakuona ukilazimishwa kuingizwa kwa gari, lakini hii haikufanyika hivyo. Kwa hivyo huyu mama alienda na wale watu ambao wanawajua, lakini kama nilivyosema sitaki kuongeza zaidi ya hapo kwa sababu uchunguzi bado unaendelea, na at the end of the day I promise you tutawapata wale ambao wamemnyonga huyo mama. Mimi kwa kiwango ya crime katika Embu from the time I came paka leo imepungua. Nasema hivyo kwa sababu wakati nilipokuja ilikuwa imekithiri, lakini saa hizi tunajaribu vile tunavyoweza, ingawa hatuwezi sema tutamaliza crime katika Embu kwa wakati mmoja. Ni kitu ya kuchukua muda na tunajaribu vile tunavyoweza. Kama crime nyingine ya mauaji ambayo nimesikia ni kijana, mzazi ameua kijana yake kwa sababu ya sijui ni shilingi 1,000 ama kitu kama hiyo. Na mwingine ambaye amepatikana barabarani yule ambaye umetuambia hii maneno ya pombe ya kukunywa ovyo na kujiingiza kwa uhusiano ambayo haina maana ndio inasababisha mambo kama haya.
With that story, we are taking a very short break, but don't go too far. We're coming back within a wink of an eye. Welcome back and thank you for keeping it right here. Now, as water levels in Lake Nakuru, Naivasha and Elementaita rise to alarming levels, displacing thousands of residents on their shores, the Ministry of Forestry and Environment has ruled out heavy rains as cause of the phenomenon that continues to puzzle residents and authorities. The mystery behind the surging volumes in the water bodies is baffling, considering that the 2009 Lake Elementaita was declared to be on its deathbed, with more than 80% of it having dried up, while Lake Nakuru shrank by more than 50% at the time.
As water levels in Lake Nakuru, Naivasha, Elementaita rises to a alarming level, displacing thousands of residents of their shores, the Ministry of Forestry and Environment has ruled out heavy rains as cause of the phenomenon that continues to puzzle residents. Scores of jobs has been lost in the horticultural sector that has already taken the severe beating following outbreak of COVID-19.
There are 4 rivers that are drawn into Nakuru, Ndere Prison, Nakali River, There's also the concept of what we are calling the Indian Ocean Dipole, which is created a lot of rain within the large East African region, and that will be one of the reasons that is associated with issues of water level rise. So far we don't have any fatalities of wildlife in relation with issues of water. The only thing that has just happened is that the territories have changed.
Speaking in Nakuru last week, Dr. Kipto added that though his ministry will deploy geologists to conduct a comprehensive research to establish exact cause of the phenomenon, the increase might be due to geographical activities.
It's just a phenomenon we have noticed from the past 10 years. The lake area has increased by about 20 square kilometers, and also the lake level has increased from an average of 3 meters to about 10 meters high. There has been displacement. The areas that were once grassland have now become underwater, and hence the animals that feed on grasses and shrubs have moved to the higher parts of the lake.
A resident of Mwareki, George Gathombe, said that he had never witnessed flooding of the villages bordering Lake Nakuru since he settled in the area in 1970.
Na kuna shida hii mnaona ya maji ambayo imetoka huko lake inazidi ikijaa kila siku. Kufikia sasa ni jambo ambalo hatujaiona, maana tangu nilipokuja hapa mwaka 70 sijaona hii lake imejaa hivi. Nakumbuka kuna wakati hata ilikuwa imekauka mpaka huko chini.
A resident of Mwareki, George Gathombe, said that he had never witnessed flooding of the villages bordering Lake Nakuru since he settled in the area in 1970. Governor Lee Kenyajui revealed that his administration is working with United Nations and various government ministries to come up with a proper advisory communities living around the three lakes to avert future loss of lives and property.
Again, we wish to identify this as one area where, together with the UNDP and our Ministry of Environment, we would want to pick this issue and have proper advisory so that we can also give proper direction to our people, especially those who neighbor the lakes.
Chairperson to Kamere Fishermen's Association of Fishermen, Karen Achieng, warns of an imminent shortage of fish if the water surge continues to be experienced at Lake Naivasha. Reporting from Mwangaza TV Prime News at 9, I am Wanjiku Mbogo.
Thank you so much, Phyllis Mbogo, for that report. The government has today received foodstuffs worth 13,640 million from the Arabic government of Egypt to help people displaced by floods. The foodstuff contained 50 bags of rice, 600 bags of beans, and 511 cartons of 1 liter oil. Speaking when receiving the donations from the Egyptian ambassador to Kenya at the National Cereals and Produce Board, Deputy Nairobi Devolution and ASIA Cabinet Secretary Eugene Wamalo said the food will benefit families from Tana River's areas who are most affected by the ongoing floods. He noted that currently the country is still facing the worst effect of flooding that has displaced around 810,000 people and deaths of other 285 people.
This donation is going towards supporting families that are affected by the ongoing heavy rains, and particularly the floods. As we issued our statement yesterday, we confirmed to the country that the floods have had a very serious devastation on our livelihoods and lives. So far, we have lost over 285 lives during this long rain season. Most of these Kenyans are in camps in different counties. We have about 33 counties affected, and today what we are receiving, we want to ask our NCPB team, and we thank the MD and his team. They've been very, very professional in terms of handling the food that we have been giving to families as relief support, to ensure that whatever we have received here today should not even be held here for 24 hours. It must leave immediately. It is needed by the families in Tana River, and everything that we want to release today, we want it to go directly to Tana River County. Out of the 33 counties affected, Tana River is one of the most affected counties as we speak. In other regions, as the experts announced yesterday, the rains have started subsiding. And we want to assure them that even as the rains subside, national government will continue supporting all affected families.
And with that story, we come to the end of our broadcast tonight. Thank you so much for keeping it Mwangaza Prime News. My name is Daisy Paul, and my sign language interpreter is Naomi Matthew. Have a lovely evening.